them.
Guys, the White Walkers are coming, so we need as many people as possible in our army. Would you be able to...
I can't right now, sorry.
Like, you don't know how much, like, your life is at stake right now. Like,
it's the 9th of May and it's raining outside. It should be a bit sunny. We should be getting some fresh air, some nice vitamin D. But we're in here today because, well, it's raining outside. It is Northern Ireland, of course. This week we're talking about utilising people's knowledge, people's existing experiences to simplify suggestions. So if you want to find out what I mean, keep watching. Hi there, it's Turan here for Feel Good Hypnosis, and in this week's video, as I say, we're utilising people's existing experience. So what's coming up is a beautiful video. It was shot at QCon in Belfast. It's a sort of a Comic-Con type event in Queen's University, and as you saw in the short clip at the beginning, this girl is dressed up like a character out of Game of Thrones, and I'm utilising her knowledge, her experience of that TV show to make my life a little simpler. So let's watch the video and find out what I mean. I'm going to explain everything afterwards in a quick tutorial, so keep watching after the clip is finished. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like, and don't forget, click the big red subscribe button so you get notified. Click the bell notification button next to that subscribe button. In the meantime, let's watch the video.
Deeper, relax. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you feel, the more relaxed you feel, the deeper you go. In a minute, I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and the count of 3, the girl with the hat is no longer Amelia Clark. That's right. She's back to her old self. But on the count of 3, you're going to realise that the White Walkers are coming. They're coming, and you have to recruit people to fight against them. Everybody that comes past, you're going to have to try and convince them that you are putting an army together to fight against them. Nod your head that you understand. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Oh, what's happening?
the White Walkers are coming.
Are they coming? What are we going to do?
Where's the dragons? Guys! The White Walkers are coming to be on my side, like we really need like recruitment and stuff, we need as much people as we can. We have like Jon Snow, we have Jorah Mormont, we have the dragons. I know who all those people are. Go get them. Yes, thank you so much. We just need can you spread the word, because we need...
There's some more people coming, get them.
Guys! The White Walkers are coming, so we need as many people as possible in our army. Would you be able to...
I can't right now, sorry.
Like, you don't know how much, like, your life is at stake right now. Like, you don't understand.
What is it?
Like, the White Walkers are coming from the north, and they're attacking Winterfell, so we have all of our armies, like...
Sorry, I really can't. My husband's at a tournament down there.
We have fun being a White Walker, but, like, you are a hunter. Sir, would you... Please, like, your life is at stake.
Sure.
Like, we really need people. Yeah. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
All right, come back in here. Come back in here. Come back in here. There's that guy.
Sorry, would you be able to fight the White Walkers? Like, we really need as many people as possible. And I don't know, how to. Like, we have dragons, we have Jon Snow, but like, he isn't enough. Like, we need you. Would you be able to join us?
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Look at me and sleep now. Way down. Deeper relaxed. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you feel. And I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and when I count to 3, the White Walkers are no longer coming. You no longer need to recruit an army. But on the count of 3, when you open your eyes, you're going to feel... Has she got a drink? Has he got a drink? No. On the count of 3, when you open your eyes, you're going to feel really thirsty. You're going to feel really thirsty. But you will not be able to find where your mouth is. You will not be able to remember where your mouth is. Your mouth has just disappeared from its usual place and it's gone somewhere. It's totally ridiculous. And the more ridiculous the place that is, that's the more exactly logical place it seems to be. That's right. Nod your head that you understand. You're going to feel really thirsty, but you will not be able to find out where your mouth is. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. How are you feeling?
Are you a bit thirsty?
Are you feeling a bit thirsty? Tell you what, take a drink. Take a drink.
Thank you.
You will not spill. Try and have a drink. I thought you were thirsty. click my fingers, it moves to a different place. Tell you what. That little kids game. Do you ever play that kids game with your mum? This is your ears, this is your eyes. Play with it now. This is your ears, this is your eyes, that's your nose. Where's your mouth? I'm not too sure that's the right place. Try again. This is your ears, this is your eyes, this is your nose. Where's your mouth? What do you reckon, guys? Is that the right place? No. And sleep now. Way down. Deeper, deeper, deeper relaxed. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you feel. The more relaxed you feel, the deeper you go. Drifting, sinking down. In a minute, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. On the count of 5, all hypnotic suggestions are going to disappear from your mind. You will no longer forget where your mouth is. You'll no longer think the white walker's coming. You'll remember your name, and all hypnotic suggestions will disappear. But just as quickly as they disappear, you will feel full of confidence, full of energy, full of life. You're going to have a great time at QCon. You're going to have a great time the rest of your life, feeling confidence to do the things you want to do. So 1, feeling that feeling of hypnosis just disappear from the tips of your toes. 2, washing up through your knees, through your stomach, through your pelvis. 3, take a deep breath in now. Feel that energy washing all the way through you, right into your head, right into your sinuses, like a fresh mountain breeze blowing all the way through you. 4, 5, wide awake and stretch. There you go. Hey, how's it going? Big round of applause for the superstar. There you go. And do you remember everything that was happening? No? In a minute I'm going to click my fingers, and when I click my fingers you will remember everything that just happened in hypnosis. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, brilliant.
There you go. Do you want to thank the army of the White Walker? You were a brilliant subject. What did you think? Tell the camera, what do you think of hypnosis?
I think it was weird, but it's probably good.
Brilliant.
On the other side.
Brilliant. You're a great star. Another big round of applause, guys.
So I hope you liked that video. It was lots of fun to make, and she was a wonderful star. So what do I mean by utilization? Well, hopefully, as you saw in that clip, I didn't really have to do a lot of talking. I just simply knew that from her character, from her dress, I didn't have any conversation other than that, other than knowing the way she was dressed and the meticulous detail she went into with that beautiful costume. I gave her the suggestion that the White Walkers are coming and she needs to build an army. She knew the story, she knew the background, she knew what she had to do. That was it. And that's really because I utilised what I'm looking at. Again, it's a bit like calibration, but not calibration in the sense of calibrating their responses and stuff, but calibrating everything. I always look at the person in front of me, the subject or the client, to give me the information I need. It makes it very easy to work with people in hypnosis. So what happens? She wakes up and wow, look at the serious, I just need to say, oh, what's happening? She says, the White Walkers are coming. I need to build an army. So she was ahead of me. She knew the story. And of course, she ran around and chased after people to try and warn them. Now, you saw me doing a lot of running around during that skit. And I do it for 2 reasons. Firstly, I was wearing a lapel mic to pick up the audio. So I wanted to make sure I was close to her for you guys watching the video to find out what she was saying. And I didn't actually catch it in all times, but I think there was enough conversation to know that what she was going on about. But the other important thing is I was following her to make sure she was safe. She wasn't about to trip. If I thought she was, I would dive out and catch her. If she was going to bump into something, if she was going to run away, far away, and tell the whole world on the campus about this suggestion, then I need to make sure that she was safe. So always about health and safety there. So we move on to the skit. She runs off to that first party, and that first party was very responsive. They knew what she was talking about. They were obviously Game of Thrones fans also. Now, this is a lovely skit. It's very interactive because she was running around the whole room and connecting with a lot of people, and never be afraid to make a suggestion where the subject you're working with has to interact with others. I've never found it an issue of people responding and cooperating and complying with the train of thought. So the first people, they knew all about it and they were talking about it. The second girl she bumped into that was cutting across the hall, I'm not too sure if she was a Game of Thrones fan, but she still interacted beautifully. She said, sorry, I can't help you, my husband's in the other room. you know, she played along beautifully, and they all kept in the sort of character of what was happening in that moment. So never be afraid of getting people involved. I moved on to another skit, that of she couldn't remember where her mouth is. Now, I didn't have a bottle of water at this stage, and yet I was about to use a skit that involved a bottle of water or a drink as a prop. So you see me gesturing over to the friends that were with her and saying, does she have a bottle of water? Do you have a bottle of water? They give me the affirmative, so I moved on and gave her that suggestion that she was feeling very thirsty. Now, I always give that suggestion before I say you can't remember where your mouth is, because, well, she might be not thirsty and not want to drink. So I give her that incentive to try and find her mouth. And she works wonderfully with that. Now, you can't see at the beginning because the camera was behind her. It did look almost like she was taking a drink, but as soon as the camera panned round to a better angle, you saw she was just hesitating before she drank. Now, at one point, you can just about hear she spills water almost on herself and it hits the floor. And I want to make sure, A, there's no slip hazards, and B, that she doesn't get drenched. It's such a beautiful costume. I don't want it to get, soaked in any way where she would feel that she couldn't walk around it all day. So I give the simple suggestion, you will not spill. Again, that can be enough for her. While finding her mouth, she doesn't tip it up so much that she spills water over herself. So again, it's not really a health and safety thing, but just a courtesy thing to give those sort of suggestions as well, so that she has a nice experience without feeling she's walked away feeling drenched, and everybody has a good laugh at her. She attempts to move the bottle everywhere. In fact, at one point I say the mouth will move to a different place, and it's just in sync with her moving the bottle down as if her mouth is in her belly. I almost wish I hadn't give that suggestion because it wasn't needed, but it doesn't hurt. There's no right or wrong things here. You can't really mess up. I give a suggestion that wasn't overly needed. So what? So anyway, she tries to find her mouth, and after a while, I just want to extend this skit a few seconds longer. So I take the bottle off her and play the little, this is your ears, this is your eyes, that little skit of where's your mouth. And again, she's beautiful. She points down to her belly and she looks around as if to say, that's where it is. Look at her expression. She really believes it's there. And then it's only when I suggest, I'm not too sure if something's right here, then she has that giggle within herself to say, what's happening? So after that, well, I think we've had enough skits from this girl. She's been a great subject. I'll put links to other videos from that girl. She done other things than in this video, so check those videos out after you've watched this. She was a great subject, so it was time to bring her out of hypnosis. So I always give people what I call a hypnotic gift right at the end. So I said, you will wake up, you'll feel great, you'll have full of confidence. Now, she looked quite a confident person. She probably didn't need that confidence. This was not a therapeutic session, but because she had accepted all the other suggestions so well, I knew if I give her that confidence, it would be an extra boost to whatever confidence she had. So I give her that little suggestion and bring her out of hypnosis. Now, some people will remember what happens, some people won't. There's not a formula or type of person that will remember more than others, but I always like to know that they've walked away having a bit of a fun time. So I ask her, do you remember what happens? And she looks a bit puzzled. So I just, give her that suggestion that now you will remember everything. As soon as I do, it floods back into her memory. Remember, people are in that slight suggestibility phase, even though after they've come out of hypnosis for the next minute or so. So I want to stay with her, number one, to make sure she's out fully, but number two, it gives me that opportunity to land one last suggestion that she will remember everything. I hope all that makes sense. A nice zip through the video today. It was really fun doing it. Like I said, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like, and don't forget, click the big red subscribe button so you get notified every time a new video comes out. Click the bell notification as well. If you'd like to learn more about this stuff, if you're an existing hypnotist and want some mentorship, then I do a mentorship program, so descriptions and details of how to contact me will be in the description section below. Or if you want to learn from scratch, if this sort of tutorial here is your first introduction to learning hypnosis, some of the things I've been saying may not have been clear, and then that's the case, then please contact me and I can give you details of how I can train you up to do all this fun stuff as well. So in the meantime, look forward to seeing you next week. Make sure to subscribe, and goodbye for now.